Well, for the past 10 years, our soldiers have been working to help the troubled Solomon Islands. Much of the work is being done by reservists, men and women who also have civilian jobs. Weekend Today's Airlie Walsh has their story.
Bossman, this is 22 Charlie. Ambush set, over.
Adam Saxton is an electrical engineer.
Secondary engagement, go!
Luke Whale, a pharmacist. Alex Ormerod is a photographer. And Adrian Geladiv, well, he's a marine biologist.
Being deployed over here, you're thrown into the deep end, into the middle of the jungle, and at the end of the day, you're really helping people, and it's quite a selfless job.
Four very different men with one thing in common, and they wear it on their sleeve. The badge that says they're also Australian soldiers in their spare time. Reservists on duty in the Solomon Islands as part of the peacekeeping mission to help this tropical paradise with its troubled past.
I believe I'm doing something for the betterment of another nation, and I'm serving my country in, I guess, a way that most civilians wouldn't have the opportunity to do.
Today they have some visitors. They're bosses from back home who've come to see what they've been up to. Pretty different from an office job?
Extremely different from an office job.
It's called Boss Lift, and it's a visit at the Army's invitation to show them just how vital the role of the reservist is.
How much respect do you have for these guys now that you're actually out in the elements?
Oh, a huge amount of respect. I mean, I was saying to Joel before, you guys actually carry all this gear around, go all day, and they go, yeah, all day, and like we're only getting a small taste.
It's credit to them, the fact that they're so resilient. Obviously, they've come from a great background. They're very dedicated people, so the work that they do and the fact that this for them is a normal day out is very, very impressive.
It's work the local population greatly appreciates.
I think they are so much helpful to the communities, and they have contributed much to the country as a whole.
Let me thank them on behalf of the people of Solomon Islands for being here, being able to restore law and order, not only for the businesses but also for our children to be able to live freely.
This year marks a decade of Australian service in the Solomons in the wake of rising ethnic violence. Along with the federal police, they did dangerous work.
Initially, the mandate was to re-establish security, to allow civilian agencies to go about their business. Have we succeeded? Most definitely. During the last 10 years, we've got to a situation where law and order is functioning in the Solomon Islands.
And these soldiers, not the only ones to have served here. The wreckage of an earlier conflict studs the main island of Guadalcanal, the scene of terrible fighting during the Second World War. American Marines bore the brunt of the jungle battles against the Japanese, graphically captured for a new generation in the movie The Thin Red Line.
But there's an incredibly proud history of Australian service and sacrifice, and it now rests out there in Iron Bottom Sound.
The pride of the Australian squadron, the HMAS Canberra, was sunk after it came under heavy fire by the Japanese. 84 crew members lost their lives. It's now one of the hundreds of ship and plane wrecks that dot the lagoons and deep water trenches in these Pacific islands.
Australians serving in the Defence Force, deployed all over the world, really make big sacrifices, leaving their loved ones at home, and they put a lot on the line just to achieve goals that will make the world and Australia a better place.
And so they march and patrol in proud footsteps, these Australian soldiers. Footsteps that stretch back 70 years.
Given some time of my own to my country and that of my family, I'll definitely go back being a more fuller person and definitely appreciating more of what we have back home.
Jobs well done, hot and muddy, and a long way from home.
Great work. Fantastic part of the world, the Solomons.
They do well, don't they?